boss trains in there. That's where he trains.
GSP trains there?
At Renzo's Academy, yeah, bro.
Everybody trains.
Renzo's Academy, all
I
the
don't fuck
fighters.
around with some people.
Nigga, this guy on DC was just there this weekend. These days they just passed.
Yeah, he was at the Gracie School. Yo.
That's crazy.
I saw that on the
Okay.
One time?
embedded shit. He was
Yeah, so what we doing here? We're
I don't
doing
go to that many school. I'm gonna go to an affiliate.
just get a how we feel. Anything in particular you want? Just roll. Okay. I haven't rolled in several months.
Why? You got injured?
Tendonitis in my knee, and then I got
Told you all that
lazy.
shit when you just
Super Saiyan right now, buddy.
You're.
Nah, it's not.
Oh, that's fire. Where you got that from? That's hot. Goku Rose.
Nice. Come on, George, get out of it.
He got the hooks in there, bro.
Come on, give me your feet, man. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
He's gonna pull my. He's spin this way. I should listen to you so tired, bro. You don't even have to fight. Is that the nigga like, yo, you alright? That's it? You done?
That's how I'm gonna leave from school. You good? But they say that it means you tired. Oh man. Oh,
Not giving you my neck, bro. Keep working out, there you go. I can't do that though.
My thoughts retired.
I'm sure they were. I'm sure they were.
You see this framework? I'm really trying not to let them get in.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
That was 5
Did
minutes.
you see that?
Did you see that coming?
Yeah.
That's 5 minutes?
Y'all went over 5 minutes.
Crazy. That's the shit.
Yo, I like how you could, he had him in there. George was like, nah, I'm not giving you my net.
Thank you.
After George was done, he's like, don't give you my net.
Did you hear my breathing versus his breathing?
Yeah.
That's that border stuff you see in my class.
Who next?
I wouldn't know where to start with that.
You just play with it. I don't know much in it.
It's all about playing, boy.
Got to know me.
Cause I want him to, cause he's gonna start, so I want him to check it out.
Yeah, I'm actually
He's trying to
January.
join.
God willing.
Alright, so go with him.
I
You been at it?
don't know where to even start, to be honest.
Actually, nah, I don't want your shoulder here.
I'm doing it though. I'm going in with one of you.
But don't go wrong with me, because I wouldn't even know.
But I want you to see what he does. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's gonna give you a better example.
You got him?
I'm very new.
You sure, bro?
You good, bro?
Alright.
I got
This is
That's a warm up.
instruction.
That's a warm up.
Did you hear anything that I told him? That's okay.
No, I was talking to George.
In no jujitsu?
No.
What did you
There's
do?
5 primary positions in jiu-jitsu, right? Closed guard. My legs around your back, legs locked at the ankle. This is the most secure position it is because you have 2 barriers, if not 5, to keep you from getting into a position of domination, which is side control, where you don't have any barriers. So, got my legs right there. That's number 1 position for defense. Number 2 position is slip past the full guard, half guard. That means you have one leg in as a hook and possibly a shield. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe you swipe the shield away, and I don't have any barriers here except this one last and only hook. That's the primary. Then there's variations out between these two. We don't really gotta get into it, such as butterfly guard, 2 legs in, play it like that. There's some positions that are still, even with the legs in, you might feel like I don't have a barrier, but there's still barriers there.
Yeah.
If you try to go, you won't go straight underneath your legs, you probably go for a knee bar or something like that. So, this is another one. It's a variation between the two. So, closed guard / open guard, half guard. Now, if you beat up the half guard and the full guard, this is a position of domination. I have the legs are out the way. Now you are pretty much clear to take positions of attack. I have a framework here. A good framework is my hand or elbow up against this hip. This prevents you from rising higher. It could even prevent you from coming closer this way. And it gives me a point of leverage. As you start moving, I'm going to use this to start spinning and start working my way, incorporating my spin. Another part of the framework is the neck. You can clasp it right here to get the blade of your arm right against here. It's very uncomfortable. And if you to press harder on me, I just raise up at the elbow and start turning your head. If I want you, if I was to escape, there's 2 ways to do it. Either I'm going to framework you, and then create space and get it right back to here. You might have heard me say, if they do get you in side control, don't let them get to your body right here. Because in the simple way is that, elbow to knee. Create this framework to keep your body from getting close to me. And as you see, if I was to escape, what am I doing? I'm getting right back to this position anyway. So the chip, don't even get them to me if it's possible. Start off like this if you feel like you're getting beat. So this is one way I would to escape, and that's where that framework comes. Turn your head, get it right here, start frameworking, work my magic, or if I'm really going to do some slick shit, framework you, and then punch up under you, and start coming up, taking over the back. Okay, so that's that, and now, the most, second most, or dominant is your mount. Of course, you know that. And there's various attachment mount. And then we start working. And the back. One thing about back, which is good, is I'm really not spending a whole lot of energy to do whatever I want to do. I hooked him in, and he was playing with the hooks. One simple defense, guys, for hooks, if you feel, now this depends on the level of expertise. If you feel this guy crossing their legs like this to lock it in,
Take this leg in. No.
take
Bend
that
it,
leg
push it down.
and cross it over. And what that's going to do is create an arm bar on my own ankle.
Okay.
George was trying to do that, but I mean, I know a couple of tricks. I can extend my leg like this and have him grip it like this, and then I don't even need to have a full lock engaged. I can keep my hip right here, turn it to outside like this. All types of variations, but still, I'm in a really easy position, really resistant. If I was in shape, I would have just played the whole crossing over and under until I work it like a clam to get in. And then once you get in, or George wasn't trying to let me have it. As soon as he starts slipping up like this, then I start, if he starts really squirming, I'll make him really scared, disengage, pop over for an arm bar. If you start fighting the arm bar,
He started coming a mile away.
I think you won them when you tapped in his bounce.
Well, he knew what he was
One
doing.
more
The thing
inside.
is that I was too spread out. I wasn't gonna have the speed. Like, he was resting. It wasn't that he was giving it to me. He was resting because he knew as soon as I turned my hips to go into that arm bar, he was gonna just slip right into it and probably double cross me into something else. You understand? But the reason why I tapped him was because I was pointing to you so you can see what I was doing.
I saw that. That was good.
all right, so that's just the general positions. And then, yeah, we can go forward from there. What I was telling Fernando, there's just no right and wrong way to play jiu-jitsu. You play it your way. And whatever strengths that you come, and sometimes that means that you do shit that's not technically by the book, sometimes it's wrong, but you do that in order to bait a person so you can do it something right.
Yeah.
Whatever you, so, we can roll, and I take it that you're gonna roll. One thing about, I'll say, and this goes for jiu-jitsu as well as your stand-up game. George mentioned this, like, you heard my breathing versus his breathing. The more practice it is, the more comfortable it is, the easier it is for you to breathe. Breathing and your excitedness comes with repetition, just putting the hours in. So don't worry if you're a little bit scared, nervous, or anxious right now because you're not doing it that often. But keep in mind, keep calm.
Keep
Keep calm, breathe. And it's gonna come. The more comfortable you are, the more you're gonna start thinking through your actions versus reacting. Because when you're reacting, sometimes you swing a little bit too hard, or you make too many mistakes. I can tell you the first time I started rolling, I was 40 pounds heavier and rolling with somebody probably about 15 to 20 pounds lighter than you. I was huge, and this dude was like this motherfucker tapped me out day in and day out for like 3 months straight. And when I finally got my tab out of him, I'm like, yeah. You got on that fucking 8 pounds. But I started noticing like my breathing is like I was really calm down. And that's something that comes with it. I try not to get too rattled. I just gonna play it by ear.
Minimize your movements as much as you can. You're gonna hear it, like he said, across every single martial arts, every sport. Minimize your movement. The more you minimize your movement, the better your target area is. If you expand your movement too much, you get too excited, you're gonna run out of breath. Because it's like powerlifting versus, cardio class. You understand? Powerlifting, you're just rough, it's anaerobic. But the thing is, after you already bench 225 10 times, that's how you are, your muscles, and your breathing comes from that. It's not just because you're moving too much, it's also the amount. That's why you heard him say, yo, my thighs is burning, because I had him working that. All I had to do was keep his ankle at bay. Right? But then for him, he had to work twice as hard because he had to make sure keep his ankle stiff enough, and he had to use part of his legs to keep me at bay as well, because he didn't want me to slip out of that. You understand? That's why when my brief came in, because I already know we're about the same weight. All I gotta do is keep that pressure on him. I'm already on the bottom, so all I gotta do is keep that pressure on him. He's on top, so he's lighter than me right now. He has to put pressure on me. So of course my breathing is gonna go down, his breathing is gonna go up. Plus he's trying to choke me out in the arm.
Yeah.
So that's how you have to think about it technically when you're fighting your opponent. Like we know the techniques because, like he said, it's all about practice. And no matter how many times we can tell you this week, next week, the week after that, you're not gonna get it till probably 2-3 months later, and that's because. Exactly, it's because you're already consistently going in it and it's naturally being drilled into you. Aside from you mentally trying to focus on that. Because the ironic thing is that when you try to think about it too much, then you get exasperated too much as well. So you can't think too much about it, but just minimize it.
Sometimes the things that if you're watching somebody, they're doing something simple as how, that's gonna be easy. Mentally, right? But when you go and do it, you're like, what the fuck? Why is this not that easy? Because your body's not used to doing it. So that repetition is what's going to help you control. Like all those power shots, that's uncontrolled shots, right? So things like that get you tired quickly, being tense, not breathing in and out. Like that stuff is going to get you tired quick. But the only way to fix that is through repetition, like they're saying. The only way to get good at something is to actually do it constantly.
So let's do it.
So yeah, that's just my thing. And I try to kill you. You see my smirk.
Before he starts sweating. Everybody else is with the sweat. I'm trying to get you around one before you get warmed up. Once you get warmed up, it's over.
Bring down your center of gravity. Don't stay too high. There's arms. Extend his arms out. There you go. Try to get in. Okay, now drill your elbows into his thighs. And try to open him up right there. There you go. Now slip in. He just gave it to you. Slip in. Okay? He gave it to you, so you learn. You gotta step right into that. Bring that knee straight to your chest so that you can go over. There you go. Slip that in. Slip the knee in. Your left knee, your right knee. There you go. Bring it in. There you go.
Slide it down.
Slide it down. Put it down. Bring your gravity down.
touch the mat.
There you go.
Now, you could even done that high here. I'm just gonna do, put your shin on my
Put
thumb.
the timer, George? You got the timer?
Now slide it forward to your knee touches.
Go 3.5.
Uh-huh, keep on, right there. See right
Sit
there?
down.
Yeah.
My thigh is hooked, it's pinned between your shin, your thing is acting like that. So that's one thing, and then from here, you can windshield wiper your shin, just pick it up and bring it over here, so it can clear. Yeah, so now it's clear at that, so now you're in half walk. Good, you got one barrier out the way. Now, you just gotta clear this hook. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have to entertain him here while you fight him off here. Right?
Yeah,
What I
so
mean
I'm
here
isolated.
is means here, because what he's gonna do is try to bring that hand away from you so you don't get to his style.
Or, I'm gonna punch in and get close to your body, underhook.
Bring it down, open up, scroll out, open up, scroll out. Lower center of gravity, lower your center of gravity, lower your center of gravity. There you go.
The higher
You
you
do
are,
not
the more
let him
space.
get under you.
give him space.
Exactly.
Right. Now, one thing is,
The wall is helping you right now.
you got me plenty of space. They ain't necessarily gonna tell you wrong, because you didn't want me to go under you, which I was. Right now, I can't go and keep it far enough that it's gonna be a bitch for me to shoot towards your back, but that's what I'm aiming for. I'm gonna punch up, and I'm gonna start swimming
So
towards
you
your
see
back.
this here? When he comes up, what you can do is you slip under him and bring him right back down to the ground, right? Or control his shoulder here, right? Because over here, you're giving him too much space. You're not doing it with his arm.
Right.
Right?
And all
So-
this space, what do you think I'm gonna do?
He's
I'm
gonna come out.
I'm just gonna replace my defensive position.
So he's going back to the more safe.
Right back
See,
to.
now you have to
to
crawl
square
a little
one.
more. Crawl. Bring this here, right? Before he sets it up again.
Before I start underhooking you.
There you go. See?
And then, yeah, it's still again.